Opterix Workflows offers the industry best practices to your company. Let us see how the purchase orders process works on Opterix. These are the steps followed. First, we make an inquiry and share with suppliers. Suppliers respond with their offers, which we take note of in our system. Then we compare those offers and then make purchase orders based on one of the offers. Let us see this in action now. We will start by creating a supplier inquiry in the purchase dashboard. So we click here and we need to first pick a project for which we are going to be loading the supplier offers. We have selected the project name and address and said what kind of an application this is and save. And we can pick what kind of items we want to pick here. So high side or low side. Say we want to go with high side, then we hit this create inquiry button, which brings us to this page where we will pick the items that we want to include in this inquiry. These are all the items for which we want quotations from our suppliers. So I will add a few items here. I have selected a bunch of items. I can review the items here in my shopping cart and I can see that I have picked some AHUs, some indoor units, some outdoor units. Supposing this is what we want rates from our supplier for, I click submit. And all those items are added to my supplier inquiry editor. And here I put quantities of these items. So I have entered all the quantities here and I have put a remark which is something that I want to communicate to the supplier who is going to give us the rates and save. That's it. I have created an inquiry. I can go to this and now I can see that the inquiry is here. Now to get responses from the suppliers, what we will do is that we will be going into the editor and downloading the inquiry in either Excel or PDF format, and we will be sharing this with the suppliers and to which they will be responding with their rates. When they respond with their rates, we take their responses by hitting this button here called enter response. We hit that. When we do that, a copy of the inquiry editor is created with the list of all the items and it offers us a place where we can enter the rates quoted by this particular supplier. We can enter the name of the supplier. We can pick the supplier from the system like this. Supposing Circuit Logic is a supplier and we have their offer number. Like this, I have entered the rates for all the items suggested by the supplier and I have taken their offer number, their offer date and an expiry date. So this means that this offer is going to be valid only till this date. We take all this information and save. We can now similarly take other responses also. I can just go back. Supposing I received more responses, I can just click on this enter response one more time. Just like before, I can select a supplier and their offer number. So similarly, I have entered their offer number and offer date, expiry date, all the rates. And supposing there is a freight charges also associated with this particular vendor, we can enter that and save. Okay. So this is how we can enter as many responses as we get. After getting all the responses, we go to the supplier offers and we find that these two offers are there and we have a compare utility built into the system here where we can click and it shows us the rate comparison for each of the items what is circuit logic offering versus what is JSAL's offering, their the rates are present here. We can compare them. It also shows us the freight charges being offered by this versus that. So we can look at this comparison and decide which one we want to go with. Supposing we like this one more, we can mark that as our L1, and we can go to this one and mark that as our L2 maybe, and save. That's it. So we have now looked at the comparisons and we have decided which one we want to go with. Now we are ready to make a supplier offer, a supplier order. We will see that in the next step. So we just saw how to make a inquiry and send it to suppliers. Then we got responses from the suppliers which were recorded as responses, and then we compared all those offers, and now we are ready to make a purchase order. Let's see how that works. We are back in the purchase dashboard, and under files we can see the supplier inquiries that we had plotted. Then we have the supplier offers. So we click on that and we see that we have two offers for this Kuruvilla project, circuit logic and JSALs, and we saw the total values are like this, and we said the circuit logic offer is L1 on which we want to make a PO. So we select that, and to make a supplier PO, all we have to do is go click on this new supplier PO option, and what we get is this supplier PO editor filled completely with the name of the project, delivery location. We can change it if we want the delivery to happen at a different place, the name of the supplier, the offer number based on which we are making this PO, delivered by date we have to enter. Supposing we want this delivery by 20th of this month, we write that here, and then we have all the items that were listed in the supplier offer are present here, and their rates are present here. We just have to fill in the quantities that we want to order and save. That's it. So I have filled the order quantities here like 10, 20, and intentionally I have put this at 2000 to see what happens, and some items I have left at 0, and now I'm going to save. Note that there are 10 items in this list right now, and I will save. When I hit save, here is the warning I'm getting here, and we need to read this carefully to understand. This order quantity is more than offered quantity. So this is what happens when we ask for 2000. I'm going to reduce it to maybe 20, and then save it again. And again I'm getting order quantity more than offer quantity balance. So now what we can do is we need some help. So we have some hidden columns over here. I'm going to double click to see there are some hidden columns. I'm going to see this balance offer quantity. So what the system is doing is that it is making sure that I'm not going to order more than what has been offered by the supplier. So now I can check this balance offer quantity and see that these are what I'm ordering is less than what is offered. So 20 and this is 30. So I'm going to make it 20 to match this. I'm going to make 10 to stay within limit. This I'm going to make it 20 to stay within limit. And this is okay. This is okay. So now we should be good. Now I will save it. And that's perfect. So it has saved. And now look at the number of items here. It is 8. Earlier it was 10 and now it is 8. That is because there are 2 items here for which I kept the order quantity as 0. So all the items for which the order quantity was 0 have been dropped out. So I am left with only the items for which I have put positive numbers, and the rates are already set as per our agreed rates where we have called this vendor as L1. and we know that there is some freight charges, so I'm going to add the freight charges here and say that's it. My purchase order is ready and I can hit next and open my purchase order. It has been created like this. Now this is ready to be printed on an A4 size paper or to PDF to be shared with the vendor. I'll print. It looks like this in a print. That's it. This is how we go from an inquiry to raising a purchase order. We started with making an inquiry, then we got supplier offers, compared them and marked them as L1, L2, etc. and finally made a purchase order. Now this purchase order will be delivered and the store will receive the material from the supplier. All those in the next video. Thank you for watching.